Okay, mate. Whenever you're ready, you're
Okay.
away.
With Aspley coach John Blair, and probably not the most convincing display, but still good to get 4 points today.
Yeah, no, it's good to get out of jail a little bit. It's been a pretty trying last 8 days. Trip to Darwin's hard. We got a few a bit. It's a pretty big night as far as their bodies went. We knew they were stressed and cooked before the end of the game last week. We tried to do the rehab, go back to the pool straight away that night, and we knew that coming back would be taxing, and that's the way the week unfolded with guys that were just getting soft tissue injuries that we really couldn't do anything about.
I thought James Ives, talking about guys that are coming back from obviously injury and working back in, coming back from a major knee injury today, 31 disposals, 9 clearances. He really stood up in the middle where you were really undermanned through the midfield from your usual setup.
Yeah, certainly. James was great today, but you really wonder what he could be or what he could have been if fate hadn't dealt him such a cruel, 3 or 4 years of his life with shoulders, fingers, legs. He's just about had basically every bad injury that you can have, and his performance today was sensational.
4 debutants come in, and I heard that it's the first time probably in your coaching career you brought 4 debutants. You think who might have been the best of those today?
Yeah, we had 4 plus Dougie Lawrence's first game last week, and Dougie was good even though Ewing kicked 8 last week. Dougie didn't get beaten too much in one-on-ones. He was pretty good last week. McIver was more than competitive for most of the day today. Jason Ainsworth, plenty of hard ball, a bit of grunting around the contest. Corvo, Corv's a bit of an athlete / footballer, comes from a rugby league background, so he's still learning, but he did some things that were handy today, and the other one was, now you've got me, but I know that with our younger blokes, we were pretty happy across the board with them, and Henry Leong back in for his first game for this season was solid as well. So that's fine.
And certainly, it's easy to pinpoint players at the crux of the contest, but Mitch McKee, when you needed somebody to really take a hold of the game, 2 really quality finishes to get you over the line and finish.
Yeah, frustrating player, Mitch. He can be mercurial, or he can disappear a little bit on you, and we can't gloss over the fact that there's a lot of things I'd like Mitch to do better. Mitch is probably learning some of that. He's learning the culture of what we stand for and what we represent, and he was here 4 years ago. The year before I came, he had 2 years here. Culture was a little bit different. Things were accepted different. Mitch possibly mentally coming to terms with me being on his back, and expecting a lot from him, because I know you can see the talent that he has, and he really should be able to tear games apart, not just segments of the game, and that's what we're looking for from him.
Well, today obviously 4 points is pretty important. But looking forward now, Sydney University next week in what is a big test. They look to be one of the measuring sticks of the competition.
Look, they're the best side, I believe, in the competition at the moment. Probably have been since lists were put out. They've got a very strong list that bats deep. A lot of the players on their list have been around AFL clubs. If they haven't been an AFL club, they've been an SAFL club, or they've been at a Western Australian Football League club. So they've got a good blending of age. Their age group is right. Their body size is right, and they should have a hunger. Their ability to try and be the first from their club to be a NEAFL winning premiership side, and for us it'll be one good contest next week, and I just hope that I know that we'll be endeavouring to make sure that every player turns up with the right attitude and the ability to compete and give us the best that they possibly can.
Obviously, rehab, you mentioned, was really important. It's going to be important again this week to come up for next week in what was a taxing game again today. But certainly be hoping to get a bit of a few players back. Is there any thought process as to who and how many you might get back for next week's clash?
No, I haven't even addressed that yet, really. And we've lost another soldier today in Reece Toy's done a knee. He'll be gone for probably 6 to 8. So we're losing a couple, but your bad luck is my good luck is what we've always said to the playing group. And they've got to embrace that and understand that. It's an opportunity now. Whether it's an opportunity that we have and we've got 14 players out there that have played less than 4 games each. Well, that's what it is. That's what the competition's about. That's what we're about. That's how they develop personally, how they develop as a team, as a group. And how we as a club set a cultural standard that we are up and about and doing the right thing to go forward.
Well, congratulations again on today, and we look forward to seeing you back in action against Sydney Uni on NEAFL TV next week.
Okay, no worries. Thanks, Kenya.
Thanks, mate.
It was extremely poor.